a beginner's guide to reading tarot cards. I don't know how they work, but my theory is that it's a way to let your subconscious get in touch with you consciously. I think anyone can read tarot cards as long as you're open-minded. You know, if you ask the universe for signs, you'll get them. And this is a way to bring out your innermost desires and figure out what you really want and what's really going on, etc. So, let's get started. Okay. So picking your cards, there's so many different types. Do some research so you get an idea of what you're looking for. Like, I mean, there's something for everyone. There's a wide variety of choices. There's classic tarot cards, there are angel tarot cards, karma tarot cards, classic tarot cards, Chinese tarot cards, African tarot cards. Then there's more creative tarot cards like Lord of the Rings tarot cards. Well, I guess that's not really creative. But what I was really thinking of when I said that was my friend has cat people tarot cards. She loves cats. So that jumped out at her right away. There are also gummy bear tarot cards. I'm not joking. But yeah. When you go to the bookstore or wherever you're going to buy them, make sure you pick a pack that jumps out at you and that appeals to you. Like, you'll just know. If you go in there and you're looking at them and you're kind of iffy and maybe you don't want to spend the money and I don't know. If you're not feeling it, then don't buy some. Because the first time I went in and got the Grail Tarot, I wasn't feeling it, but I wanted to learn anyway. But I guess it just wasn't my time. So the second thing is getting to know your cards. I think it's really important to read the entire book. There's 2 pages per card. And I know that might seem like a lot since there's 78 cards in a deck, but it's really not that bad. If you're excited, you'll read the whole book. I was so excited to get started. I read the book in one day at work. Don't tell my boss. That's how excited I was. But I mean, if you're more excited to get started and to find answers, you can start by asking simple questions and maybe lay out one card and then look it up in the dictionary and figure out what it means. You can do that, but I still think it's important to read the book from front to back or whatever. Just read the whole book. Okay. Reading tarot cards. If you get a good deck, there will be a section on spreads. See? There are spreads for all sorts of things. There's a classic Celtic cross spread, the astrological spread. Then there's love and romance spreads, if you can see. Stuff like, will this relationship last long? Will I find love spread? Okay, let me just explain one, if you don't know what it is. Okay, the will I find love spread. See, it shows you how to lay out the cards. And it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it shows you what each card means. So, like, it says number 1 down here. What do I need to know about finding love at present? And then number 2, this card will answer the question, in what way am I ready or not ready for love? You know, etc. There's romance spreads, there's money and career spreads, and there's just a huge variety. And if your book doesn't come with that, you can look them up on the internet and you'll find a bunch. You should start by doing maybe 3 cards. Once you start learning, maybe do past, present, future. That's very basic and anyone can do it, and it's good for beginners. The way that I do it, I'll use spreads if I'm reading one of my friend's cards or something, but I mostly read my own cards. And I just know when to stop. I don't use a certain spread. I usually know when to stop. And that's just intuition, and you'll get there eventually. So the next point I want to talk about is keeping a tarot journal. I think it's important to do that because it'll help you learn faster. Let me give you an example. Say you lay out a 3-card spread asking whether you're going to get a certain job you apply for or not. Lay out your cards and then look up the meanings and figure out what they're trying to say to you. And then write it down in your book. Write down the question you asked, the 3 cards you got, and what you think the story is. and like why. I know it sounds like homework, but it's worth it. And then say in a week or so, if you find out whether you got the job or not, go back and look. Like, were the cards right? Um, like, did you interpret them the right way? And if not, now do you see how they were trying to tell what they were actually trying to say? It'll help you learn a lot faster, and you'll be surprised. Like, I've gone back a couple times and I'm like, wow, the cards, they were right, and I just didn't want to hear it, or I didn't want to see it that way. It's important to keep an open mind no matter what they're telling you. If you see something you don't want to see, don't pretend it's not there. It's more beneficial to you to explore and figure out what's going on. One way to read your dreams is to go through the entire deck and find a card that speaks to you. Like, maybe find a card that looks like your dream or gives you the same feeling of your dream. But anyway, so once you find a card that reminds you of your dream, lay it out and then say, is my subconscious trying to tell me something? Ask questions like that and flip a card after flip one card after another while asking questions, and just see what you can find out about yourself. If there are any questions about this, feel free to ask. If you have any stories you want to share with me, I love hearing them. I love talking about stuff like this, and I'm really going to make this blog about talking about tarot cards and like experiences I've had, like strange things that have happened to me, and like lucid dreaming. I want to make a video about how to lucid dream, but it's hard to do it in one video. I ramble on so much. Yeah, so thank you for stopping by my page, and feel free to send me a message or leave me a comment. I know I'll reply. I'm brand new to YouTube. I'm not flooded with comments or anything, so I will reply. And good luck reading tarot cards.